The work style and performance profile provides an outline of job-relevant dimensions and a read on typical behaviors, attitudes, default work styles, strengths, and areas for development of potential candidates in order to match their unique capabilities to the right roles, teams, and organizations. The non-competitive versus dominant dimension measures leadership orientation, or the degree to which a person is competitive and driven to lead. People who score on the right side tend to be competitive, ambitious, and focused on achieving success. They prefer to take charge and assume leadership roles. Scoring on the right side would be an asset for roles where a high level of assertiveness or taking charge and leading others is required. They may, however, dislike being managed closely. People who score in the mid-range can assume leadership roles but are also comfortable as an individual contributor. They are not highly competitive, but they can take charge and direct others when needed. People who score on the left side are comfortable being an individual contributor who focuses on their own tasks rather than leading others. They are less comfortable influencing and directing others, so they are well suited for roles where they support coworkers or collaborate in a team environment. The contented versus achievement focused dimension measures initiative orientation, or the degree in which a person enjoys accomplishing challenges. People who score on the right side are more focused on achieving challenging goals and completing their objectives at a high performance level. They prefer to go above and beyond expectations. Scoring on the right side would be valuable for roles that contain aggressive targets and metrics. They may, however, become too self-critical if goals are not achieved. People who score in the middle are able to complete their objectives and tasks, but may not be compelled to achieve highly challenging goals. While not driven, they are capable of completing tasks as expected. People who score on the left side are typically satisfied with how things currently are and have modest expectations about what they will achieve. They respond best to realistic goals and expectations. The reactive versus calm dimension measures emotional orientation, or the degree to which a person is calm and tolerant under stress and pressure. People who score on the right side are seen as even-tempered and calm in stressful situations and don't tend to take criticism personally. This is a helpful trait in roles that involve constant stress and pressure. They may be seen as being detached because they don't show a reaction to stress as fast as most people. People who score in the mid-range are able to remain calm and composed when under stress, but can also be emotionally expressive. They have a moderate sense of urgency with their work. People who score on the left side are emotionally expressive and have a strong sense of urgency. They are often seen as tense and reactive to stress, but tend to take things seriously and act quickly. The reserved versus outgoing dimension measures social orientation, or the degree to which a person enjoys and is comfortable with social interaction. In everyday language, people refer to this as introverted versus extroverted. People who score on the right side tend to be approachable, outgoing, and extroverted. They are able to quickly build rapport and enjoy interacting with new people. They are comfortable in roles that require constant communication and relationship building. People who score in the mid-range are seen as friendly and comfortable interacting with others, but are not typically seen as highly outgoing or extroverted. They prefer a mix of interacting with others and working independently. People who score on the left side have a low need for social interaction. They are typically reserved and prefer to focus on completing tasks. They are well suited to independent work rather than work that emphasizes talking and building relationships with new people. The direct versus empathetic dimension measures interpersonal orientation, or the degree to which a person seems sensitive and empathetic. People who score on the right side are seen as sensitive to the needs of others, accommodating, cooperative, considerate, and relationship focused. They typically get great satisfaction from helping others, but may find it uncomfortable to be assertive if required. People who score in the mid-range are seen as cooperative and agreeable, but can be forthright and direct in situations where they feel it necessary. People who score on the left side are seen as forthright and direct. They are typically more interested in quickly getting to the point and completing tasks than they are with focusing on the feelings of others. The spontaneous versus regimented dimension measures an individual's task orientation or the degree to which a person is conventional, rule abiding, and detail focused. People who score on the right side typically assign a high priority to planning and organizing. They are seen by others as meticulous and they value structure and certainty. They are well suited to roles that require a planning focus and detail orientation. People who score in the mid-range are comfortable following rules and processes, but can also be flexible, improvising, and adaptive to change. People who score on the left side prefer to improvise and be flexible rather than following set processes. The conventional versus open-minded dimension measures conceptual orientation or the degree to which a person is curious, imaginative, and creative. People who score on the right side are creative and open to new ideas. They will likely have a strong preference for variety in their work. This is helpful in a work environment where there is a lot of change and unpredictability or where creativity and innovation is important. People who score in the mid-range can be creative and imaginative when it is required, but will still remain practical in their problem-solving approach. People who score on the left side prefer following standard methods of completing tasks and are typically uninterested in new ideas unless they have a practical application. They are well suited to work environments where there is an emphasis on keeping a routine and following a set procedure. Each of the 6 dimensions contains a summary page within the report which highlights the candidate's positive characteristics, possible coaching and development challenges, job fit considerations, management considerations, and suggested interview questions relating to each work style dimension. If you would like more information on the WPP, email us at connect@townclick.com or contact a solutions consultant by phone at 1-877-723-3778.